Alright, y'all. I'm gonna hit you back with a couple more movie reviews. Now, this is gonna be a little different than I had originally planned. Because I had planned to do a stand-alone on Purple Rain, but as I thought about it, I kind of thought that it would go together good with another movie that I recently watched. So I'm actually gonna do it as a set with another movie, um, just because I kind of made an executive decision and it helps me to save time as well. So with that said, I'm gonna give you reviews for the Buddy Holly story and Purple Rain. I'm gonna start with the Buddy Holly story, and this is a movie that was released in 1978, and it was one of Gary Busey's best performances I've ever seen. This was a few years before um, he had that motorcycle accident that turned him into a fucking nut job. But it was a really well done movie, and it showed the struggle um, for Buddy Holly to um, get respect and everything that he had to go through um, in Texas, where he was from, and basically all over the country. Um, People just thought that he was, um, doing the devil's music, and um, he was gonna end up going to hell for that and stuff. So he eventually, got a record deal, and the rest was history. He was not around for very long, but he left a legacy on the music business that still stands up today. So, you know, um, he opened doors for people to do things. Um, he he really did. He was just way, way, way before his time. Um, he managed to stand up and say, I want to be the one to produce the music. I don't want somebody else to do it for me. He was the first person that I know of, anyway, to say to a record company, how do I know how it's going to be if I'm not the one producing the music? And that's was really innovative at the time. And then, of course, it covered. It didn't show the plane crash, but it did, kind of cover um, how him, Big Bopper, J.P. Richardson, and Richie Valens all died in that same plane crash in '59. Um, definitely worth seeing. Definitely, um, if you like biopics like I do, and you're a big music fan like I am, definitely worth checking out because it's a story that I think people can relate to. Um, so I'm gonna go ahead and give it 4 out of 5 wheelies, and that's just because it was a Twilight Time release, um, and false advertising by Twilight Time because it says it had like all these special features on the Blu-ray, but only thing was there was the theatrical trailer. So, Shoo Shoo Twilight Time. So 4 out of 5 on the Buddy Holly story. Um, Purple Rain, of course, was 84. It starred Prince. It was basically the story of, how he came to be and his struggle um, to be noticed and be, and his like struggle with his family, um, you know, and it just showed, what kind of a genius he was. Um, he actually was so genius that he created an entire music scene on his own. Before him, I don't think there was a Minneapolis, St. Paul, Minnesota music scene. Um, so I think he was the first one to kind of usher that in, and it was in a time that it was very, very, very competitive. If you were trying to get noticed and you wanted to play at the Starlight in Minneapolis, that if there were 4 bands, they only had 3 spots. Somebody um, the odd one out. So it was very, very competitive. Prince and the Revolution covered a lot of like the competitiveness between them and Morris Day and the Time, um, and a couple other bands. But definitely, it's a really just a great, insightful look at just what a genius and how innovative and how just fucking insanely good he was. If you think about it, he ushered in an entire music scene. How many people can say in the history of music that they have been the ones to usher in an entire music scene? Not many, but that's Prince. So definitely, if you haven't seen this, go see it, go find it, go do whatever you gotta do. It had been literally decades since I had seen this. I saw it, I think, it's like 88, 89. So it had literally been decades for me to see this again. Sorry it had to happen around Prince's death, but, I'm just glad to go back and kind of rewatch it and bring back memories and kind of wish that, he was still here, but definitely worth seeing. 5 wheelies out of 5. Uh, Go out of your way. Whatever you got to do. So 5 wheelies out of 5 for Purple Rain, and 4 out of 5 wheelies for the Buddy Holly story. Definitely check out both of those movies. Well worth it. Not gonna be time wasted. So um, yeah, so that's it, and I'll talk to you guys later. Peace. I love y'all. Thanks for listening.